Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Fire Force Season 3, Episode 12. So this is the end of the first half, guys. They broke this season up into two parts, like a lot of shows have been doing recently. So we will return for part 2 whenever they air it. Hopefully there's nothing too much else going on, and I'll be able to get to it right away. But yeah, so... anyway, we're fighting a giant kaiju, and I can't believe that Shinra came in and just got bopped immediately by the big blast from Juggernaut and then just freaking passed out. But yeah, we had Fairy come in and grab him, right? With his like gravity powers and everything. That was really weird. Like being able to like shift the floor to the ceiling and things like that. We have Juggernaut back with a pretty cool leg and arm that replaced the ones that he lost in that fight. What a badass that he just, you know, gets them prosthetics, takes some time to recover, and is back at it, you know? Like, for the little bit of, like, cowardice he showed in the beginning, he definitely stepped up when it came to, defending, oh man, I haven't said her name in a while, so I'm, damn, Catgirl. I'm sorry, guys. I'll remember it in a second. I have it written down too. I can look, but anyway, yeah. So very cool to have him back and have him. You know, even the way he was talking, he was like much more like brave and saying like, you know, we need to do this to defend the people and things like that, rather than his usual like, oh, I'm scared of fire kind of stuff. Which, you know, like, props to him for being in this field in the first place with that fear, so I'm not judging him for how he acted before, but it was just cool how he's kind of, I don't know if he's over it, or he's just kind of stepping up, you know? So, very, very cool. Anyway, let's jump into this episode and see how we wrap up this first half. Alrighty, guys, we're gonna start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Oh, it's bugging me that I can't remember on my own. I don't want to look at my notes, but I know it starts with like it's like Suma. It's not Sumaki because we have Maki. I would remember that. I guess I gotta look at my notes. Tamaki. I knew it started with a T. Sumaki. I was kind of close actually. And Shinra gets bopped. Alright. Little bits of recap here. I just realized he's also holding on to Shinra without holding on to Shinra. Reminds me of, Oh. Whoa. Is this, Benimaru? Oh. It's Arrow? He's riding him. Hmm. Alright, cool. I thought it was gonna be full recap there until the shit, but that was new. Um. Dubba 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 dubba. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, it reminds me of, Jujutsu Kaisen. Gojo. How he just has, like, someone, like, floating next to him, like, he could, like, hold people there without actually, like, holding them. Oh, sorry. I don't know if you guys heard that, but my alarm started going off. Make sure all my alarms are off. I had to have my cavities fixed because they cracked. Two of them did, and so I got them fixed, and then one of the sides, the side here, was too high. So I then had to go back and have them adjust it, which really stunk. Had to go back at 8:30 this morning, which I normally do stuff like work and all that stuff. Most of what I do is late at night, so usually I'm asleep at 8:30. So it was either that or I had to wait till like 4 days to be able to go. So all right, let's watch. Nice, giving him some support. So Arrow is really committed, like helping to fight one of their own, even. She said she was. Oh, flipping things around again. Oh man, he has to adjust to the flipped gravity too. And she has to accurately aim for that too. Oh. Okay, that can't be right. Yeah. Also, I was informed that Fairy is Boruto's voice actor. That's cool. I heard it once I was told, but I didn't hear it beforehand. Yeah, so many people are gonna die. Hmm. Interesting. Her gloves look very hindering. They're like big and poofy except for like the front half of the fingers. Yeah. What? Alright. This guy is too much. He was with Fairy, but his Fairy... Yeah, Fairy's too busy fighting, I guess. Hmm. Interesting. Damn. Can just stop him? Hmm, okay. Right. How does heat allow you to manipulate that? Hmm, okay. Damn. That's crazy. So he refused him. Damn. So did he just leave? Damn. So fast. Hmm. So what now? Oh, show so shy. Just takes off. Alright. Let's go, buddy. Corono. Almost forgot your name for a second there, I apologize. You're just too weak, Corona. No, just kidding. Corona just handling this. I know he got help in the beginning, but the rest of this on his own. Crazy motherfucker. Damn. Well, that's both good and bad. We stopped it from wreaking the havoc, but this is what the White Clad wanted, so yeah. Iris? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's so creepy. Oh no. Is she like, is that supposed to be her and she's like awakening or something? Uh-oh. Going to the pillar? Uh-oh. That seems not good. No, not good things happening. Freaking Yona. Oh. Oh. Is this him? Damn. Raffles. Wait, what? Hmm. That was Raffles. But, hmm. Just manipulating everything from the start. I mean, we knew that already, but... Amaterasu, do not open. Which it's probably just the girl, right? Hmm. So if she's within Amaterasu, then what is Iris's connection to her? Hmm. Creepy. Uh-oh. Usually the eyes glowing is indication of pyrokinetic stuff, right? Shit. Not good. That so is there one in both worlds? Is this kind of how they're connecting it? Linking with her? Yeah. Why is she talking to him? Interesting. Ah, okay. So it's not absolute yet. Hmm. Interesting. What? What? It's kind of cute that he's just following her. Talking about herself in third person, too. Flames of love. I'm worried that this isn't really Inca and it's like the girl, Amaterasu girl. This is crazy visual. We're in the freaking TARDIS tunnel from Doctor Who. What are we about to see? I would never let go. Oh wow. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, it almost like just yeah transitioned into like a manga panel or something. What? What the heck? That's like a real person. That's just real imagery. That's crazy. Turns out the Great Cataclysm turned them into an anime too. Hmm. It'd be pretty wild to see like a whole different culture, you know? It's theirs and ours are so much different. Wait. Is there gonna be actually some like weird meta? This imagery is wild. Oh, did we wake up from it? So what was the point of going back that wait, what is going on with his hair? What the fuck? Is this like did he come back to a different time? A new fifth pillar appeared. What the heck? Is this like a what? You're gonna leave us right there? Oh my god. They said you're gonna go to the past and then you're gonna fall in love with Inca, right? So a new fifth pillar appeared. Is that I can't remember if Inca was the fifth or if Inca is the sixth, right? So is it did she just awaken as a pillar and he's gonna find her, or is he gonna find her before she awakens as a pillar and that's when they're gonna fall in love or whatever, if her prediction comes true, you know? So I don't know. I don't know if that's one of the ones that like was locked in. I mean, I guess she said she can only see the future if it's locked in, right? But I guess she could have just been making shit up too. um but wow. Okay. What the heck? Well, in the beginning of the episode, we had Sho attacking Fairy, and we had Fairy's powers explained a bit. As much as I could gather anyway, he's basically heating up atoms using his pyrokinesis, I guess, and then using an Adola link to increase mass, which I guess that's something you can do with an Adola link. Um, in order to change gravity, which he can even manipulate, you know, like he can even like make himself invisible and stuff like that. So very neat in the way that it was explained and stuff like that. But yeah, that is it guys for episode 12, and that is it until the show comes back. There's no more. No more for this part anyway. Um but yeah, we also had Yona's backstory, which we already kind of knew that he came and took over Raffles and stuff like that, but the first great cataclysm is what allowed him to come over to this world, and then he just possessed someone that he thought he could manipulate. He also found the girl too, that he said had an Adola link, called her Amaterasu, or at least said she had Amaterasu. I don't know. But I don't know what made her so special. I mean, I guess maybe it was just the fact that she had an Adola link, so he threw her inside the Amaterasu, you know? But somehow she's connected to Iris in some way. Like, obviously they look similar and stuff, but what does Iris have anything to do? Why did Iris' eyes glow blue at the end there? I don't know. So many questions. But yeah, he went on his tangent about how like humanity is so easy to manipulate because they love stories and stuff like that. But yeah. Um freaking Corona being strong as hell, just obliterating that thing. Like, yes, we had some help with Oga and some of these other characters coming in and doing some work on it and everything, but then just Corona just took on the rest of it by himself. Unfortunately, fulfilling what they wanted to happen, the black goop went into the pillar, and then we saw through Shinra a pillar in the Adola as well. So I'm wondering if like they're replicating these, if like did they make the pillars in both worlds and that's what's connecting them, or were the pillars like already in Adola and now they're building them in our world to kind of bridge this gap and link it together, you know? I'm not sure. But yeah, and freaking Inca showing up in the Adola link, like somehow linking with her for whatever reason this time. And she's talking. We also had her with her guardian talking about like something interesting happening and everything. And they like went and saw this past, and now Shinra's in some like alternate past where he just looked different and shit. I don't know, but but I'm really curious to see what all that's about. Can anything he does that, like, anything he, yeah. I was gonna say it's supposed to be anything he do there, but no, anything he does there, is that like a, what am I trying to say? Is that gonna be a, words. Like, can he change anything, right? Any of the events of the past or anything, like, but he looks so different. I imagine we're gonna go back to the normal Shinra and stuff. I don't know. He's got like the blonde, like the, it seems like the lower part of his hair, like underneath the top part that's dyed blonde, is just normal black. And then he has like ears pierced and stuff like that. And then he's all like strapped in somewhere. You know, like, what's that about? Is this like, is this if he never got some of the support, like never became a Fire Force soldier, you know, and he was just known as this kid that was like a devil that killed his parents or something. Um, I don't know. So, but anyway, I'm very fascinated. And he also, with his visions, he was seeing like the people of the past, and he was saying, who are these weird creatures that resemble humans, you know? And it was like real images. So was Shinra seeing like, was that some weird fourth wall breaking shit where like Shinra sees everyone as animation like we do, but then he just witnessed a world of not animation? You know, I made a stupid joke during the episode saying that the Great Cataclysm caused their world to turn into anime, you know? But what if it does go into some like weird, crazy meta storyline or something? I don't know. That was kind of weird. Or he was just saying something else, just like, you know, he was saying he had always thought of the people of the past being very similar, just in a world without spontaneous human combustion. Maybe there is just something about the way we live our lives that makes it very foreign to him. So maybe it has nothing to do with animation versus reality and stuff like that. Maybe it's more so he's just seeing these people who are living their lives without this fear, you know, and he just doesn't fully recognize him, and that's why he's like, what are these creatures that resemble humans? So, I don't know. I'm really curious to maybe get some more information on that and see what that's all about, you know? So, anyway, I don't really have much more to say. It was a really interesting. I like this first half. There was some aspects that felt like a little bit of build up, a little bit like too conversationally. Like I felt like we might have been able to move it a little quicker, but but for the most part, overall, I did enjoy it. It was the Fire Force that we know and love. Not really too many insane things though. Like we had this big kaiju battle here. Obviously we had Shinra versus um Burns, which was a huge fight and everything. With some of the other encounters that happened too, but none of them, like, they did feel obviously important, but and the Shinra versus Burns one felt on the level of what we've had, but some of the other fights felt less kind of intense as some of the fights we've had before, I guess. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm like thinking about that rose tinted glasses, right? Like we have had plenty. Like when they went down into the Nether, a lot of the encounters went very quickly and weren't fully resolved, and stuff like that. Like Shinra versus Giovanni and stuff like that never really got like fully. He just did some weird bug shit, and then I can't even remember what happened to cause them to go their separate ways, but no one like died in the fight, and there was no like final victory or something. So, I mean, even when they fought like the two girls to fought Assault, I think it was Iris and Tamaki. Even then, they like beat his brains into the point where they were censoring it. Yet he came back later, so he was fine too. So I guess there were other fights that didn't have like full on like finality to them, right? But there was just some that felt so much more grand than others, and I feel like really Shinra vs. Burns was the only really like grand one in these whole 12 episodes. But it was still really interesting to see the developing story. That's really the main thing. Like I don't really come here for the fights. I come here to learn things, and we learned a lot this season. Like we learned like the source of spontaneous human combustion, and I think we got some more hints towards the Great Cataclysm and all these other things that have been happening, and we just have the last half to wrap it up. So yeah, thank you guys so much. That's going to be it for me. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more. Links in the description below should be popping up on the screen, and I will see you in my future reactions. And when this show comes back, there will be something new replacing this as a airing show, which I believe it's going to be the new Shield Hero season, because that is starting to air, so most likely will be that. So check that out if you're interested. If not, I'll see you guys when the show comes back. Bye-bye.